Yes, Your Grace, you celebrated your 80th birthday.
A joyous and thanksgiving celebration of an oak that has been serving the people of God for decades. The Archbishop Emeritus of the Archdiocese of Bamenda is a symbol of strength, durability, and longevity. This is a man who has survived an open heart surgery and a series of other health challenges. His astute leadership at the helm of the Archdiocese was unshakable in spite of the devastating impact of the ongoing socio-political crisis. The Archbishop Emeritus survived the kidnap attempt by gunmen in Boyo Division when he went up the hills, down the valleys, through the winding roads, rocks and hills to minister to God's people. Today, he is thanking God for grace.
Well, I'm celebrating my 80th birthday in particular because I think I have to thank God for what has happened all these 80 years, but especially for the fact that I have lived to celebrate 80 years. As I'm 90 years, life is a span of 70 and 80 if we are strong. And it goes on to say, if we are strong, it's full of challenges, it's full of, of misery, and could be sickness, could be anything.
The preacher of the day, Archbishop Andrew Kia, described the venerated man of God as resolute shepherd whose footprint has left an indelible mark in the lives of thousands of Christians of the Archdiocese of Bamenda.
More than 23 years ago, Archbishop Cornelius had an open heart surgery which was life-threatening, but by the grace and mercy of God, he survived. From that day of the surgery, due to the too much sacrifice he made of himself to be the next of Congo, the Archbishop has lived a very strict and disciplined life. After that surgery, he came back with a theory that good red wine is good for the heart. And so at every meal, the Archbishop enjoyed a glass of good red wine. Some of us who were not drinking wine before and who did not have heart problems thought that we should join him in drinking good red wine at every meal. Since he said that prevention is better than cure. When we were becoming used to drinking red wine with him, he came out with another theory that red wine does not agree with his health. And so his doctors have asked him to stop. Those of us who are joining him could not longer stop because our own doctors have not said so. So on this 80th birthday, Your Grace, we shall drink red wine on your behalf. We celebrate you for introducing us to good red wine. Happy birthday, Your Grace.
The celebration witnessed the cutting of an anniversary cake, fundraising, and wining and dining. The proceeds from the celebration are expected to be used in the construction of a chapel in the home of Archbishop Emeritus Cornelius Fontaine Eswa in Beta. The Most Reverend Cornelius Fontaine Eswa is remarkable for bringing into limelight the provincial pastoral plan and the rite of Christian initiation for adults, which is being used in the ecclesiastical province of Bamenda. He is currently on administrative rest and stays at the Immaculate Conception Cottage, Big Mankan, where he is said to be living a strict and disciplined lifestyle. Emeritus Archbishop of Bamenda was born on the 2nd of July 1943 in Beta. After his priestly formation in the Big Memorial Seminary Enugu in Nigeria and at Collegio Urbano in Rome, he was ordained priest on the 29th of December 1971 in Beta by the late Bishop Paul Suawa. He served for 11 years as priest and was ordained and installed as the pioneer residential bishop of Kumbu on December 8, 1982. He later on came to the Archdiocese of Bamenda as coadjutor archbishop to the late Paul Vetzekov and eventually succeeded him on the 23rd of January 2006 as Metropolitan Archbishop of Bamenda.
And this is the Christian life, going forward towards the definitive encounter. Let not this journey of such intensity, in vigilant expectation of the Lord's coming, take away the grace of memory, of looking back on everything the Lord has done for us, for the church, in the history of salvation. Happy birthday, Your Grace.
And even right from my childhood, the number of accidents that I had, that I was just wondering why did not lead to my death, because very many people suffer those accidents, like a child falling down the cliff, rolling down the cliff, and being picked up after some time. That is not to be taken for granted. And but moments that are really, very vivid in my mind is the number of sicknesses that I've had. The most serious of them has been the heart infarct that I had about 21 years ago. And it came very sudden. I had been very active, working, and just finished celebrating that. All of a sudden I feel a sharp pain in my heart and I start sweating. And I couldn't wake up from the chair I was sitting. So I didn't even know what it was. I went to the hospital, they couldn't diagnose it immediately. And after some time ago, I saw the cardiologist who told me, "Oh, you had an infarct." So I asked him, "What does that mean?" "Oh, you don't you worry, the worst has gone." In other words, he says, "Oh, I would not have been alive." And it was followed by 3 bypasses, And after the 3 bypasses, I came back to ask the doctor, when I had such a serious condition, why did you not tell me? So he says, "No, Bishop, we don't tell our patients what has happened because they will die because of the knowledge of it. So you have to thank God." That's all. And I said, if my life will continue to be, if I survive that moment, it would only have been the grace of God. And I can continue to name a number of other of those incidents, like when I had internal hemorrhage, it couldn't be stopped, nobody knew what was happening, and I had to be flown over by an ambulance plane, to be treated in Italy. These are moments that tell me that, if I continue to live, it is because of the grace of God. And that is why I thought 70 as a normal lifespan, 80 if you are strong. In spite of all the challenges, then that must be the grace of God.
Thank you very much, Your Grace. And the project behind the celebration of your 80th birthday?
The project is meant as a concrete sign of thanksgiving to God, and as a reminder of the people that have to thank God for the gifts of their life, especially we Christians. We have to renew our faith in God. And the project is the building of a small church in my village,